So, you've probably noticed it's basically impossible to scroll through your feed or watch the news without hearing something about AI. It's everywhere. And for good reason. We've hit this inflection point where artificial intelligence isn't just a sci-fi concept from the movies anymore. It's a real tool that people are starting to use every single day. The technology has gotten so good, so fast, that it's genuinely changing how we do things. It's writing emails, creating stunning images from a simple text prompt, helping doctors diagnose diseases faster. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a massive leap that has everyone from tech enthusiasts to your grandparents talking. The conversation is being dominated by a few key players, the tech giants you already know, OpenAI, Google and Meta orbiting a stylized brain icon. OpenAI, the company that really kicked this whole thing into high gear with ChatGPT. Google, a company that has been doing AI research for decades now, integrating it into everything from search to their Pixel phones. And of course there's Meta, the company behind Facebook and Instagram, which is making huge waves with its open source approach, basically giving developers the keys to build their own AI-powered experiences. These are the heavyweights, and they're all in a race to build the next big thing. What makes this moment, right now in late 2025, so interesting is the sheer speed of innovation. It feels like every few months, we're getting a new model that completely blows the previous one out of the water. The capabilities are expanding at an exponential rate. Alright, let's get into the new hardware or, in this case, the new software. The models that are setting the bar for 2025. First up is OpenAI with its highly anticipated release, GPT-5. After the massive success of GPT-4, expectations were sky high. OpenAI delivered. GPT-5 isn't just a minor update, it's a significant leap in reasoning. It's much better at understanding complex, multi-step instructions. It can handle nuance in a way that feels much more natural. It's also become truly multimodal from the ground up. Text, images, audio, video. Then we have Google, Gemini 2.0. Google's strategy, make AI helpful and seamlessly integrated. Gemini 2.0 is the engine behind that vision. The big story, incredible efficiency and on-device capabilities. They've shrunk model size while boosting performance. Powerful AI features can run directly on your smartphone, no cloud needed. Faster responses, better privacy, new real-time applications, expanded context window, remembers much longer conversations and documents. Not to be left out, Meta's Llama 4. Meta open sources its models. That means they release the architecture for free. Researchers, startups, and hobbyists can all use it. Llama 4 is their most powerful open source model yet, with enhanced coding abilities and improved safety features. Quick headlines: GPT-5, advanced reasoning and creativity; Gemini 2.0, integration and on-device power; Llama 4, accessibility and community. So, how do these things actually work? Let's break it down without getting lost in the technical jargon. At their core, these new models, GPT-5, Gemini 2.0, and Llama 4, are all what we call large language models, or LLMs. Think of them as incredibly advanced prediction engines. They have been trained on a mind-boggling amount of text and data from the internet, books, audio, images, and more. Through this training process, they learn patterns, structures, and relationships. So when you give it a prompt, it's not thinking in the human sense, it's calculating the most probable sequence of words to come next, based on everything it has learned. What makes these latest models so special is their scale and architecture. We're talking about models trained on trillions of words and hundreds of billions, even trillions of parameters. A parameter is like a knob or a dial the model tunes during training. More parameters generally mean a more capable, nuanced model. But it's also about better architectures, doing more with less compute. A key innovation is native multimodality, handling text, images, audio, and video together. Instead of awkwardly stitching models together, these are built to understand different types of data simultaneously. They can see a video, listen to audio, read subtitles, and unify the context. They've also improved reasoning and planning, breaking big requests into smaller steps. For example, ask it to plan a trip, make an itinerary, and generate images. It can run the whole workflow. This is less about predicting the next word and more about achieving a goal. So now that you know how they work, let's look at real-world ways you can use them today. So this all sounds cool, but what can you actually do with it? Let's talk about some practical applications. For an individual, one powerful use is as a personal learning assistant. Instead of reading a dense article, ask Gemini 2.0 to explain quantum computing like you're in high school. Then have it create a simple quiz to test your understanding. The AI tailors explanations, uses analogies, and helps reinforce learning. It's like a patient, always available tutor. For businesses, especially small ones, these tools are a massive force multiplier. Take a local bakery, for example. The owner can use Llama 4 to generate creative social posts for the week, complete with catchy captions and suggested images. Ask it to draft professional replies to reviews, or use GPT-5 to analyze last month's sales and recommend promotions. Marketing and analysis that used to require a team. A musician could hum a melody and have GPT-5 harmonize it, suggest chord progressions, and write lyrical themes that match the mood. A creator can upload a rough cut and Gemini 2.0 will suggest edits, find music that fits pacing, and generate click-worthy titles and thumbnails. It augments creativity and handles tedious tasks, so humans focus on big ideas. Imagine writing a difficult email asking for a raise. Give the AI your key points and desired tone. It drafts a polished message. Or have full-spoken conversations to practice a language. It corrects grammar and pronunciation in real time. These tools are practical now, saving time and helping people communicate more effectively. The launches of these new models weren't just quiet software updates, they were major events, with some pretty interesting stories. When OpenAI unveiled GPT-5, the most talked about part wasn't a benchmark score, but a live demo that went slightly and hilariously off the rails. The presenter asked for a vegan lasagna recipe and shopping list, which the AI did perfectly, and then added one final line. And one large bottle of patience for assembling the lasagna. You'll need it. It became a meme and showed these models developing a kind of personality. Google's Gemini 2.0 launch focused on on-device power. They demoed real-time translation for a video call. The kicker? One phone was in airplane mode. The translation ran fully on device. That generated audible gasps, illustrating efficiency and privacy gains. Meta's Llama 4 launch centered on community, a version leaked on developer forums days before release. Meta intentionally seeded the leak to let early developers tinker, find bugs, and start building. The move generated organic buzz and goodwill. One fun fact, to improve reasoning, teams curated synthetic libraries, logic puzzles, philosophy, detective stories. They essentially trained the model on thousands of detective novels to teach deduction and inference. Training is shifting from feeding the whole internet to curating high-quality diets for skills. Think of it like a pro athlete's training regimen, but for a digital brain. So where do we go from here? One big focus is autonomous AI agents. Give a high-level goal and let the agent work to achieve it. For example, my goal is to get a 10% raise next quarter. The agent might analyze your performance, identify achievements, draft proposals, and schedule meetings. Another frontier is robotics, connecting software intelligence to the physical world. Robots could understand vague commands like tidy up and execute tasks with common-sense reasoning. Expect a push toward personalization. AI that learns your preferences, tone, and habits. Interaction form factors will shift. Smart glasses, earbuds, wearables. When you zoom out, this isn't just another tech trend. Breakthroughs from OpenAI, Google, and Meta are changing how we interact with information and technology. For decades, we've had to learn the language of computers. Keyboards, mice, command lines. Now, computers are learning to speak our language, making technology more accessible and powerful for everyone. This wave could change life like the internet or smartphone did. AI is becoming a new utility, a third layer on top of the internet. It helps us make sense of the endless sea of information. It's automating mundane tasks and freeing up time for creativity and connection. Artists, students, doctors, small business owners, all amplified by AI. It's a tool for augmentation, not just automation. Of course, there are big questions: ethics, bias in training data, job displacement, and the potential for misuse. The companies building these models have a huge responsibility to develop them safely, and we as a society must think critically about integration and rules. Progress is exciting, but it needs thoughtful consideration. The future isn't just about what the tech can do, but what we decide to do with it. Ultimately, what's exciting is the sheer potential. We are at the beginning of a new era of computing. These are the most powerful tools we've ever had, and the dumbest they'll ever be again. Progress will be continuous and rapid. It's going to be a wild ride with new breakthroughs showing up all the time. Keeping up can feel like a lot, but it's one of the most interesting stories right now. This story is about technology, and about us, and what we're capable of. Follow AI World Watch for weekly breakdowns of the biggest AI stories. See you next time.